You guys are always in my videos. People are going to think you guys are fat and lazy. So fat and lazy. They are. This is why I have fur on myself 99.9% of the time. It's amazing. Anyways, hey guys, this was a really highly requested video. I'm really excited to make it, kind of give you guys my tips. This is, for all over myself thanks to somebody, this is called the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to the Gym, or as I like to nickname it, Elizabeth's Declassified Gym Survival Guide. And if you don't know where that's from, then ignore it, but if you do, tip number 1. Whenever I hear somebody talking about wanting to get started in the gym, wanting to get more fit, starting to run, starting to lift weights, whatever it may be, they're like, you know what, I'm gonna start this Monday, and it's Tuesday. Or they're like, I'm gonna start, I'm just gonna start next month, start with a clean slate, whatever, this and that. And no, my tip is start right now. There's no such thing as a clean slate. It's not like, there's not literally like something that just like wipes something away. You're the same person. There's no slate. You're just there's no slate. Start right now. If it's Tuesday, go on a Tuesday. If it's Wednesday, go on a Wednesday. If you don't have a gym membership, go to Planet Fitness. And I say that not because I support Planet Fitness. It's not one of my favorite gyms, but if you don't have a lot of money, Planet Fitness is perfect. You sign up for like $10. Sometimes they have promotions where it's like $1 or something like that. I'm not really sure. If you don't have access to the gym right this second, then get yourself healthier. Clean up your diet during lunchtime. Whatever you ate during breakfast, forget about it. Eat something healthier during lunch. Eat something healthier for dinner. Start right now. Because if you keep on putting it off, like when I started working out, I kept on putting it off because I was like really like inconsistent with it when I first started working out. And like it pisses me off to the very core right now, because if I just would have stuck to it, I would have been way ahead of myself right now. And that really is a slap in the face, looking back at it. But if you just start right now with the littlest things, go running. If you don't have a gym membership, just go running for right now. Like get your blood flowing, feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like really go out there, do something. If you live in an apartment complex, I know that they usually have a clubhouse with a gym in it. Go there. If you live in a golf and country club, they usually have gyms, whatever equipment there might be, it's better than no equipment. It's better than just sitting on the couch, looking at, fitness pages and being like, wow, I want to look like that, and not doing anything to achieve it. So, start right now, go. Just do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Tip 2, write down what you want to achieve, whether it be like, oh, I want a flat stomach, or I want to drop 20 pounds, I want to get toned legs, I want to, build my arms up more, whatever it may be, I want to have a wider back, whatever it may be, write it down. I don't care how cheesy it may sound, write it down on a sticky note, something that like literally sticks to anything. Pin it to the radio in your car so you constantly see it. Pin it to your mirror in the bathroom. Pin it anywhere. Pin it in your refrigerator. Pin it in your pantry. Pin it in next to your car keys, Pin it anywhere, like somewhere that you see it every single day, you see it often, because, if you write down your goals, if you write down what you can do to achieve that, you keep on looking at it, it's going to give you that determination. It's going to make you really more motivated to get your butt to the gym, or get your butt outside, or like, get your butt to eating healthier, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really going to help, and you'll be surprised at that. Tip 3. I see this a lot in the gym. About 75% of the people, I would say, they just go to the gym, not really sure what they're doing. I see them using lightweight on the machines, looking down at their phones during their workout, just finishing one set, getting up, and just kind of like aimlessly walking around, not really sure what they're doing, really confused about like what the next workout should be, what every machine does. So my 3rd tip for you guys would be to get a plan, make sure you know what you're doing before you walk into the gym. I would write it down in your notes. Don't, look it up online, or anything like that, like while you're already in the gym, because my phone doesn't get service. My boyfriend's phone doesn't get service. I don't know what's wrong with gyms, but my gym just got Wi-Fi, so I don't know if you guys are blessed with that, because when they finally got Wi-Fi, I was like, thank you, because before I didn't get any service. But anyways, I'm rambling. Write down your your plan before you get into the gym. You know, if you have to, take screenshots, you know, on your phone so you already have them. Make sure, you know, you remember what the names of all the exercises are, just so you don't get, you know, confused, because I definitely did when I first started working out. So, you know, screenshots definitely helped me. Just make sure you know what you're doing into the gym so you're not just stuck walking around aimlessly. You can look up YouTube videos, you can look up, you know, forums, you know, you can look up, I believe bodybuilding.com gives you workouts, or I believe simply shredded.com gives you workouts as well. Just make sure you have a plan in your mind, on your phone, before you walk into the gym, just so you're not like stuck walking around aimlessly and you're not confused on what to do. Tip number 4, and this is not in any chronological order, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not labeled from least important to most important. It's just basically tips randomly as they came to my head. So, dress comfortably to the gym. Whether, you know, you're a guy, if stringers are like your thing, you know, you like showing off like, you know, the lats and everything, then that is up to you. If you're a guy and you don't like showing off that much, you know, wear a t-shirt. Or if you're a guy that's like trying to sweat so hard, you know, like get that like kind of like that cardio, you know what I'm saying, while you're working out, you know, wear a long sleeve. It's like, just make sure you're comfortable. Don't wear something too tight, too baggy. Same thing with girls. You know, don't wear a sports bra that like is like super tight around your back, because I've had a few of those, and like they really just cut in, and like, and then like your skin's like hanging off like the sides of like, do you know what I'm saying? And those were completely uncomfortable. I didn't get the right support. I got too much support, and it was like, so lesson, make sure that your sports bras, the right amount of support, it's not too loose, it's not too tight, it lets you breathe, it doesn't cut into your skin, it doesn't just like, the straps don't just randomly fall off at any given moment, because that's not good either. Guys, for your bottoms, you know, basketball shorts, I see a lot of guys wearing basketball shorts. You can wear joggers if you wish, you know, it's all personal preference. For guys, it's pretty simple. You don't have that many options, which I'm sure kind of sucks for them, but you know, since I'm a girl, we got plenty of options. For girls, you can pick leggings, you can pick shorts. Just make sure that the leggings or the shorts, you know, when you bend over, if they're shorts, that your butt cheeks stay hanging out, and make sure that if they're leggings and you bend over, that they're not see-through. And really check in the mirror, because, you know, there's been many times, you know, where I thought like the leggings were good enough to go to the gym. Then I go and I do my check in my mirror, you know, I squat down, I look back, and they're see-through, and I'm like, honey, that is not happening. So I take them off and I throw them, you know, to the side, and I just wear them at home. I don't wear them out. Also, make sure that your shoes are comfortable. For guys or girls, it's basically the same thing. You know, I like wearing Converse. I like my new Puma Fierces. I have never worn my Yeezys to the gym. I think I've only worn them once, because I didn't really want to like ruin them. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have that many pairs of shoes. I have Roche Runs and I have some Air Maxes, but I'm not really like a shoe freak. I mostly care about like my outfits, like, you know, leggings and top wise, not really shoes wise. But you know, I kind of prefer like flat kind of soles, flat sole shoes, because it's better for leg days in general. I know Nike Free Runs are good. My boyfriend has them. He likes them a lot, so I would say that's also a good pick for beginners. But that is my 4th tip for you guys. Just make sure that you wear something comfortable to the gym. If you're a girl and you don't want to just wear a sports bra, wear a t-shirt. You know, if you're a girl and you want to kind of not really wear a sports bra, but you don't really want to wear a t-shirt, you know, wear a crop top. You know, just make sure that it's not too loose. Anything is not too loose, you know, so it's not just like flopping around doing like you're over here, your friggin' shirt's over here, there's like the barbell in between because it kind of got stuck in between your shirt for some reason. Just to make sure that you're comfortable. I don't just mean comfortable like, you know, like it feels good. Make sure you're comfortable like self-conscious wise, because you're gonna get extremely self-conscious while you're working out. And I'm not saying like you in particular, like everybody does. I do, you know, so just make sure that like when you're working out, that you're comfortable with your stomach showing, or you're comfortable just wearing a sports bra, because you're going to be moving around a lot, you're going to be trying new things, and so you better be comfortable. Tip number 5 for you guys, I feel like is one of the most important tips, just because I struggled with it the most when I first started out. When you go into the free weight section, I bet you guys, have a nickname for it. If you guys have ever been to the gym, looked at it. Me and my friend used to call it the scary area. Before I really started working out, we used to call it like the scary area, the men's zone, like the forbidden territory, just because it's literally so scary looking at it when you first start out. It's like 95% male dominated. There's always guys there, they're always grunting, and I'm not saying grunting at you, but they're grunting because of all the heavy weight they're lifting. They're sweating all over the place, like sometimes people are like there where they bring their own chains and stuff like that to lift with, and it's like, terrifying, especially when you're first starting out. So this is my tip for you guys. Guys, it's kind of easier because, your fellow men, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go in there, you blend right in. But we, us girls, we don't. So this is my tip for you guys. There is really nothing you can do about, how much men are in that area. And I'm not saying men are bad at all, but don't want to get don't want anybody to misconstrue that at all. But I feel what helps me the most, to kind of like, channel that out, is that I put in my headphones. I, just try to focus on what I'm doing. Half the time you might be thinking like, oh, like this guy's looking at me and judging me for what I'm doing. Or, oh, like I look like ridiculous, I'm the only girl here right now. This is, really embarrassing, whatever. I promise you, the amount of people you think are looking at you and judging you is everybody's there to work on themselves, so you should be focusing on the same exact thing. Don't worry what everybody else is going to think about you. It's easy to say that, but trust me, if you think you're going to embarrass yourself, you're going to do something wrong, I promise you probably will. You'll probably do something wrong, you'll probably, embarrass yourself in one way or another, because I have, smashed my thumbs in between, plates. I have dropped plates on my feet. I've dropped weights on my feet. I've tripped over dumbbells, and the list goes on, and it's pretty embarrassing. That's gonna happen. It happens to everybody, especially, the more time you spend at the gym, the more you're gonna get used to it. So, just get your head in the game, focus, don't care if you mess up, because it happens to everybody. So just, go with it. My sixth tip for you guys is kind of related to the last tip, when I said that I zone everything out by putting headphones in and listening to my music. That is my sixth tip for you guys. Music is very important, I feel like, because it kind of zones everybody out. You're focused on your music, you're focused on your workout, you're focused on yourself. So my suggestion would be pick some music that really motivates you. It literally could be anything. It could be rap, it could be techno, it could be dubstep, it could be hip hop, it could be pop, it could be jazz. I don't know, I don't judge, but it's different for everybody. Everybody has their own pump up music, something that really gets you motivated. My playlist is probably like bits and pieces of literally everything, but jazz, I'm sorry. Literally everything. What I really noticed that helps me is, music that is really like in your face, that like the one that's like, I'm so arrogant, like the kind of music that's like, oh, I love myself, I'm the best, that type of music. Really, like that type of music really motivates me and really pushes me, because it makes you cocky for like that one set. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, I got this, I can do this, so like that really helps me. Everybody's different. I know some people listen to straight up heartbreak music. I don't know how they do it. Everybody's different. I'm not going to tell you exactly what music to listen to just because of that. So that is my last tip for you guys. Music is extremely important. It zones everybody out. Also, I'll add this in as well. If you guys might, if you guys get distracted from like people around you, and you really can't stop focusing on other people other than yourself, bring a hat to the gym. Kind of like with a, I don't, like a snapback. Please don't bring a snapback to the gym. No. Bring like a baseball hat, you know what I'm saying? Like something that kind of like points downward, just bend the bill a little bit more, put it that way. It can be any hat. I know Target sells them for like $5, so they're pretty cute too. Get yourself a hat to really focus on nothing but yourself. So it's just you, the weights, the music, your goals, all in your head. And you're gonna kill it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. It was highly requested and I hope it helped. It was definitely the most important tips that came to mind when I thought of things that people should know when they're first starting out in the gym. So I definitely hope it helped you guys. Remember to like, subscribe. If you dislike this video, comment down below, tell me why, be nice about it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!